Morendat Institute of Oil and Gas was established in 2014 to enhance skills development through specialized training in oil and gas for the region. That was an initiative by heads of state from Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, and South Sudan to develop skills, which was meant to develop skills to support the Northern Corridor integration projects.
What I will say is this: the mission of firefighting is to save lives, save properties and the environment, and also to render humanitarian services. And in that, we need to make sure life comes first. So whatever we invest in our clothing, in the equipment, in the fire engines and the like, they are equal to the task. They are meant to be that expensive so that we can save lives because they are that good. We have a provision of every building in Kenya is supposed to be having a fire marshal who is supposed to be the first person to intervene in the event of an emergency to evacuate people from the buildings before the arrival of the fire brigade. So this training in our institute makes sure that the fire marshals are properly trained.
This is why I give out my whole dedication to see that I overcome and learn the firefighting in order to save those people in the county and even the entire community and even the entire Kenya, because the county did not sponsor for me, and I am happy because I have learned something. Even when I go back there, I'll be giving out what was there and what I have inspired in my way.
In this class we have 2 ladies, and what I want to encourage ladies out there, I want to tell them that nothing is impossible. This course is not only for men, even ladies can do it.
My full names are Ben Cliff Ochieng Alogo. I've been working with KPC for the last 30 years. I came here in 1994, the month of August. That's when I first came to KPC. I joined in as a fireman when the fire service was still in its infancy at KPC. When I first came to KPC, I think technology was just catching up then. KPC had most of its activity being done manually, especially in the fire service. I think when I came in, we had one fire Land Rover, which I think was about 15 years old. Every operations of that equipment was manual. In 2000 is when we bought a little bit more modern Land Rovers. We bought 2 Land Rovers. Then towards the tail end of 2000, we bought the first full multimedia fire tender, which could carry both foam, water, and equipment plus personnel, significant number of personnel, to an emergency site. So that was the first time we got an equipment that we would say was a little bit more technologically advanced. I think with the advent of mechatronics, if I'm not wrong, where we merged electronics and mechanical to give a better opportunity and less risks for responders in an emergency situation, so that you can be able to send a vehicle to a site which would otherwise be very dangerous for responders. So it has helped so much that the only reason is that some of these interventions or AI interventions are too expensive. So we are hoping that with time, the management may be able to consider having such kind of technology for us as responders in an emergency.
My name is Swin Namiricho Dohole. I've been here for 15 years as a firefighter, and 5 years I've worked in administration. I work in JKIA as a firefighter. I'm the one who is manning the station. I'm the only person who have been trained fully as a firefighter, but we have 2 fire ladies who have been trained on how to respond. Our day starts, we always have to meet every morning. We give ourselves we do a walkabout of our station. We know exactly what, in case of an emergency, how we are going to respond. So our days always start at 6. I'm always starting my day at 6. Then during the day at 8, my other responders come. We do a brief, then we do our walkabout. Then we know how to operate this system. In case of an emergency, everyone knows how to respond. So far, we have a fire engine, which is at least automated. And also we have our fire alarm system. In case of any spillage or in case of any smoke, the fire alarm will go on. Then people will respond, and knowing exactly where the location of fire is. Yeah.
My name is Carol Kiplagat. I'm the Safety Health Environment Manager at Kenya Pipeline Company Limited. KPC, for any new employee coming in, first stop is they must come to the safety department for a mandatory safety induction. Outside of that, we also take all our, not only employees, but even our contractors and all stakeholders have to make their first stop at the SHE department to be taken through what the safety policies and procedures are for operating within KPC premises. Apart from that, we also have statutory trainings that we undertake different categories of staff, like HSE committee training, first aid training, firefighting training. But above and beyond statutory requirements, we also go out and do awareness training during our drills for staff, just on safety precautions to take while in their workplace, whether it's office safety, ergonomics, working in the hazardous areas. Then we also have task-specific training. So we tailor-make our training for specific employees and just ensure that everybody knows what to do within KPC premises. From our mission and vision and our core values, safety and environmental care is spelled out. So for anybody who works or interacts with KPC, that's why safety first comes up. Through the induction, our contractor engagement is based on ensuring that they understand how they must work safely within our premises. Whether it's vetting of suppliers, whether it's procurement of equipment, there's a safety element to everything that we do. When we have departmental meetings, every departmental meeting must have a safety element. The SHE element, when I say SHE, I mean safety, health, and environment. It's so critical that we report to the managing director as a department, and we also report to the board on safety matters of the organization. We also ensure that all our organizations comply with requirements of NEMA, OSH. So safety first is in terms of our projects, how we handle our employees, how we handle our day-to-day activities. No activity can even be done within KPC premises without going through a safety procedure, a permit to work, to clear anybody to work within both hazardous and non-hazardous environments. And of course, there's a training element. Before any employee undertakes any work, they must go through a safety training. So in terms of technologies, KPC, we are a premier oil and gas company. So even when you look at the storage facilities that we have, our tanks now, in terms of design, we take technologies and climate change requirements into consideration. For example, our spirit tanks now have what we call dome roof, where we limit the amount of emissions that are coming out from our operation. So that's also towards climate change improvement. Some of the other technologies, we're trying to go solar, and we've already started some of the projects with our head office to just enhance our energy efficiency. Something else that we have as KPC is our tanks also have sensors and tank level gauges. We also have things like detection systems and leak detection systems that also help us to be very proactive and respond to any anomalies as fast as possible. So those are some of the technologies. What we have in our pumps now, we are doing what they're called variable frequency drives that also enhance the efficiency and minimize the consumption of energy when we're running our pumps. So those are some of the technologies, but even things like platforms, we have an app for reporting any anomalies, unsafe condition, unsafe acts that is called the Safety Observation and Corrective Action. And that's an internet-based app where all staff are able to, if they see anything wrong in any of the facilities or even where our pipeline passes, they're quickly able to go onto the portal and report it, and it's escalated quickly for action and for closeout so that we don't have incidents. Today being World Safety Days, KPC is celebrating the great steps. You know, KPC has been in operation for over 50 years, and we're very keen in ensuring that technology is what drives safety in this organization. So some of the things we have put in place, like I said recently, is a leak detection system, which is a technology that would really aid in ensuring that KPC is promptly responding to incidents. If you go to some of our internal switch rooms, we have fire suppression systems, we have fire detection systems, we have fire scanners that also are able to quickly, help us respond. We're now automating most of our firefighting systems because we operate a 24-hour system, so that if we have an emergency, even at night, then from a touch of the button, the control room is able to turn on the fire systems to respond to emergencies.